Hi, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do today is looking at using a Sigma cutter with porcelain tiles. So a porcelain tile can be a little bit more problematic in cutting because it's fired at a much higher temperature, which means it's vitrified. And vitrified means dense and non-absorbent. So I've done another video which is the difference between ceramic and porcelain. And really, if you're fitting them, you should know the difference because the adhesives are totally different and definitely the cutting's different. So I'm going to show you today how you cut a porcelain tile with a Sigma cutter. So Sigma cutters, really good, really powerful. You have got a bit of restriction on the visible light line, but all the new Sigma cutters, especially the 4 series now, have come with lasers, and it makes it much easier to see that alignment because this bar tends to restrict you a little bit. So with the Sigma cutters, you tend to have a push to score or a pull to score. So what a pull to score means is you put the tile in, which I'll show you in a second, and what you're going to do, you're going to drag that back, and then what that's going to do, it's going to score the tile, and then you break it. But I prefer the push one. So to make that happen, I'm just going to turn this bar around, and I'm going to use it from this method here and push it that way. So anyway, this is a 9mm thick vitrified porcelain tile, really heavy, really strong. So if you're going to be doing heavy duty tiles like this, whenever you get a cutter, it's going to say the model number, 2 series, 3 series, 4 series, and then the number will be behind it. So that'll be 62, 72, 125. That is the centimeter length that it'll cut. So therefore, if you're going to buy a new tile cutter, this is a 60 centimeter tile. So I suggest you buy a tile cutter no less than 62 centimeters, and then that's going to do pretty much most of the jobs that you're going to come across in just a domestic situation. So let's get into it. So if I put this into here, the Sigmas, unlike the Rubies, have one fixed wheel that does everything. And it tends to be mounted on little bearings, so it makes it really easy to run through, and very smooth and very accurate. Like I say, if this was the line I'm trying to follow, it's sometimes a bit difficult to see that line because you're obstructed by this bar. So you've got to literally hold that down there just to see where the line is, and then try and juggle it as best you can from looking from the sides this way. But with the new lasers, the new laser will cast a line straight away down that tile, and obviously just twist your tile until it's on that laser. But I think that comes from the 4 series cutter, which are about the £400 mark, so not particularly cheap. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to break a porcelain tile in half. So what you really need to do is stop the fishtail happening on the bottom, and that happens if you don't actually score right from the beginning. So I'm just going to put a lot of pressure in here and bring it back that way, and then I'm going to continue from that all the way at the top, putting the pressure on. Now you want to hear that same tone all the way to the top, and that means that you've got the same pressure all the way. The worst thing you can do with scoring long tiles like this is score it, and in the last couple of inches just ease off the pressure until there's nothing there. When you try and break it, it's just going to fail. So make sure you score from the beginning all the way to the end with the same kind of tone, and don't let off until it falls off the end. So what you're going to do here is it's a quick flick on the bar. So we're just going to flick it down, and that gives you a super clean cut, dead straight. I've done another video about Ruby cutters and which is the best one between the two, so you can watch that one out at a later date. But again, I'll just cut these down and give you another. If it was the pull to score one, what you're doing with it is you're actually pulling it back, which I find a little bit awkward. So what you're doing here is you're starting off that way, and then you're sort of pushing down and dragging it back this way. So like that way, and then always break it 1 inch from the from the top or the bottom, whichever way you're breaking this, and this one's at the bottom now. But it's always 1 inch. Never try and break it in the middle or here, or up there. It's always there. And what I tend to do is I tend to give it a quick flick. So I have my wrist high like this, and it's like a snap, like that. And like I say, this is a tough tile, this one. I can feel, I've cut a lot of tiles in my time, and this one here is quite tough. But it's still doing the job really good. So again, we'll try back this way again. So again, I'll just keep taking these down. So get it square, pull it back, all the way to the top, flick it down. We'll see how thin we can get these. So again, so we'll try this one, which is getting really thin. So you can see we're having no problem now. After the camera, I can see that. That is like dead straight. You know, it's like so clean on the edge as well. And this cutter here is about 15-year-old. So again, it's stood the test of time. The wheel's never been replaced. I mean, it doesn't get used that often, but I use it for like sort of demonstrations all the time and stuff like that. And the guys in the workshop like use it. But it's just a really good cutter. So this one here is called the 2B3. So this is classed as more the entry level model in the Sigma range. Then it goes to the 3C series, and I believe they just brought out the 4 series now with the laser, and it's got sprung loaded like sort of breaker bars. So you can check that out on another video. But yep, if you're looking for a good quality cutter that is going to do repetitive cuts, super straight with the hardest of tiles, Sigma cutters is probably going to do the job for you over and over again. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, just helps the channel, and give us a like, and hit the bell notification button. And if you want to leave any comments about like sort of which cutter you have, whether you like the Sigmas, whether you like the Rubies, if you've got a Sigma, what do you like about it? It just gives you the guys a bit of a helping hand just to you know, learn from your experience of what you think of this particular cutter. So thanks for listening. Catch you on the next one.